J.L. Todd writes, Roll 4, Scene 12, Take 8, Action. Hey, it's Shay and I'm here for another booktube video. Today I'm going to be talking about the about dozen books that I got in my March and April book haul. Now, since I'm a college student, I try not to buy too many books, and I fail. But I've got some, so I can buy. I'm gonna try and do every 2 months for book hauls, just so I can try and exercise self-control. Some of the books I got are physical books, and that's most of them, but I also did get a few ebooks because they were like $2 or $3, and I've been wanting to get the physical books, and if I enjoy them enough, I will buy the physical books. And the first book I got is actually an ARC, which I'm really excited about because it's the first ARC I've received to review on YouTube, Twitter, etc. And that is A Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns by Archie Bongiovanni and Tristan Jimerson. I probably pronounced those names terribly, but sorry. Now this is just a quick little kind of comic graphic novel sort of about how to use gender-neutral pronouns, focusing on they them. Now I think this is really great. I haven't read it yet, but like the idea, I love the idea because not a lot of people, unless they're queer themselves, know about gender-neutral pronouns, and this talks about different pronouns such as they them, sie their, they them, others I can't think of on the top of my head, as well as how to act in case you use someone's wrong pronouns. So thank you for Limerence Press and Oni Press specifically for sending me this ARC. The next book, I have like half the books I have are blue, which is weird. My friend said that it's because I bought them all on the weekend where there was the blue moon in March, so she thinks that's why I got them. So the first one I got is The Book Jumper by Mechthild Glacier, and first of all, look at this cover. It is gorgeous, and it's matte, and like these pop up. It's amazing. I'm almost halfway through this, and I'm having a lot of mixed feelings about it. If I had to give this a rating right now on Goodreads, it'd probably be a 2 out of 5 stars. The reason being that I love the cover and I love the idea. It's just that I don't know if it's the translation from German to English, or if it's just bad writing, but the writing is not good, and the characters all seem very two-dimensional to me, and that's a big problem for me. And it's really disappointing because I really want to like this book, and like it's just really disappointing. Amy and her mom are going on a trip to her grandmother's house. They're kind of escaping some crap that they just went through in their lives, and they thought taking a little vacation would help them. Amy discovers that she is a book jumper, meaning she can jump into books and interact with characters and the plot and stuff. It's their job to make sure the plot stays on track, should make sure the characters are doing their jobs, making sure nothing goes awry or anything. But one day, her friend Will, his character, Sherlock Holmes, in one of the Sherlock Holmes books, I forget which one, ends up dead, and they have to figure out what's going on. Like, a whole bunch of other things end up happening. Like, the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland loses his watch or something. Dorothy's silver slippers get stolen, and like, it's a big mess. I don't know if I would recommend this yet. Probably won't, but yeah. The next book I got is Shadow and Bone, the first book from the Grishaverse for Leigh Bardugo. Shadow and Bone, the first book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. Now, I read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. It's just, I think it was typed as a little bit too much for me, and there was a lot to absorb. It was really high fantasy. which is okay. It's just like, I don't know, there was just a lot to take in at times, and so I'm hoping this is a little bit better, because I love Leigh Bardugo's writing. This is about a girl who lives in this place, or she has to make a trek across the Shadowfold, which is a swath of unnatural darkness crawling with monsters. And she's like, I'm not gonna survive. Oh my god, what do I do? But then she discovers she has magical powers, and she starts training with this group of people called the Grishas, hence the Grishaverse. The next book I got is Wonder Woman Warbringer, again by Leigh Bardugo, Jesus, and it's actually signed. I got it from Barnes & Noble. It was like 18 bucks, but because I love her writing, I thought it was worth it. Where's the signed page? So it's signed. Now this is, I'm not exactly sure what this is about, except Wonder Woman, and I'm obsessed with Wonder Woman currently thanks to the movie. And it's Leigh Bardugo, and I like her writing, and so I'm guessing this is going to be like an origin story or something. Like before Wonder Woman, the movie, took place. Not exactly sure. I don't know a lot about this. I'm going into it mostly blind. The next book I got is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. Now I know that Leon the Offbeat just came out, and I was going to get that too, and it would have been another blue book, but it was hardback for like 18 bucks, and like it just came out, and like, and even though I want to get it really badly, I would prefer to have a paperback, so I'll probably wait a few months and see how soon they come up with a paperback. So instead I got this book. This is about, it's in the Simon verse, with Simon and versus the Homo sapiens agenda, and it's about his friend Abby's cousins. Abby's cousins are twins, and one of the twins, Molly, has had 26 crushes but has not had any kisses, and she's darn tootin' stubborn, and she's gonna change that. And her cousin Cassie is dating this girl who has a cousin or brother. Yeah, her Molly's sister Cassie's new girlfriend comes up with a cute hipster boy sidekick who, oh my god, so many names, Molly is kind of crushing on, and she doesn't know how to handle it, and it's going to be adorable. The next book I got was The Raven Boys, book 1 of the Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. Now I know, like, I'm going into this mostly blind. Again, I just know it's YA and fantasy, and that it's diverse, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. I think it's about like this girl who can see dead people or something, or no, she can see those that are about to die, and then she goes to this a local private school and meets these 4 boys, I guess nicknamed the Raven Boys, and she befriends them, and they get into mischief, and it sounds really fun. The next one I got, this is my last blue one technically, yeah, because that's more green, is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This is, I'm so sad about this. It's like, it was such a good price. It was $6 at Books A Million, and then I put it under my dorm bed, and I guess there was this metal rod under the bed, and it like punctured the paper on the book cover here, the book jacket, and I'm so sad because I did that for several other my books, and I hate when my books get hurt. 2 twins named Henry and Ava. Henry has been meeting most of his life, and Ava is normal except she's born with the wings of a bird, and they learn about how love makes us fools. I'm going into most of these blind, but I'm excited, and the cover is beautiful. Even though it's wounded, it's beautiful. This is kind of blue. I don't know what this is about because I still haven't read the second book, but I've gotten the 3rd book in Chalice of Apollo series by Rick Riordan, The Burning Maze. I'm only like a chapter 2 into the second book. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about this because I don't know how many of y'all have read it or not, and I don't want to spoil myself, so. The next book I got, I'm so excited about, and like I wanted to read it as soon as I got home, but then I finished 6 of Crows, and that was like, a lot of fantasy. And that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This cover is gorgeous. It's freaking huge. There's like 700 pages, and I got the Barnes & Noble special edition, where there was like a behind the scenes for one of the chapters, so like there's author notes and stuff. I don't know much about this except that it's got a lot of hype. There's been a lot of good reviews, such as from booktubers such as Spencer from Common Spence. 3 sentences in the back say, "They killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise." I guess it's 4. And I was gonna start it, but I'm trying to take a break from fantasy right now. This author, she is 24, she graduated from Harvard, she's been compared to J.K. Rowling, and she's gonna write a trilogy with this, and they're all freaking big books. She's already sold the rights for the movie, and she got 7-figure offer on this, and she's such goals. Next, I got Difficult Women by Roxane Gay. This is a series, not a series, but a collection of short stories and flash fiction, I believe, about women, so it's very feminist, as Roxane Gay is. And I actually got this from when Roxane Gay visited Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida, March 6th, and I got her to sign it. And I don't know too much about it, but I was annoying my friends when we were waiting in line because I kept saying like libro, libro, libros, libros when I saw the books, and Next one I got is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I've been meaning to get this for a while, except it was too expensive, but then Costco had it for like $10, and so I was like, yeah, okay, that's like the cheapest I'll see it probably, especially now that the movie's out, and I really want to try and read the book before I see the movie, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen. I know that it has to do, it's like a modern classic, and it has to do with like virtual reality, kind of dystopian stuff. The penultimate one I got is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. First of all, look at this cover. I love the cover. It's matte, it stands up, and this is such black, it's amazing. This is about 3 triplets in a kingdom, and each of them has a magical power, and they are basically fighting for the right to the throne. One of them is an elemental, one of them is poisoner, and one's a naturalist. I'm not exactly sure what the last 2 mean, but I'm excited to find out. And I think this is a trilogy. Not sure. Either a trilogy or a quartet, I believe. The last one I got is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. Now, at first I wasn't gonna get this because I'm not like the biggest fan of The Wizard of Oz, but then when I heard another booktuber talking about it, I don't remember who it is off the top of my head, but they were saying that it's basically about it's like the roles are reversed, so Dorothy, instead of the protagonist, she is the antagonist, and this one girl who, of course, because parallelism has to be a thing, is swept away by a tornado, and she says she has to go on this quest to remove the Tin Man's heart, the Scarecrow's brain, and take away the lion's courage, and then she has to kill Dorothy. And that sounds insane. And the cover, I appreciate the cover, and it's just gonna be really interesting. So I had finished recording and I realized I forgot to show the ebooks like that. There's about half a dozen. The first one I got is, now I have just a Kindle Generation 4, and so it's black and white, not in color, and so I'll like say what colors there are. The first one I got is The Girl in Between, which is the first book of a series by Lakin Z. Kemp. Now there's a whole bunch of vines, and it's like a couple different shades of purple. A lot of these I honestly don't know what they're about, except for the fact that they're YA and fantasy. And this next one I got for free on the Kindle store. It's The House of Kepru, Volume 1 by Calvin Chavostin. I think it's YA fantasy, but it might be adult fantasy. It's like green and then like a copper beetle. The Serpent King by Jeff Zinter. It's kind of a blue and black, and again it's fantasy sci-fi, either YA or adult. Next one's YA sci-fi. It's called Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I don't know much about this except for the fact that it has 2 asexual protagonists, and that's like the biggest reason I got it, to see that representation. The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. It's kind of pink and purple. I know this has a lot of hype right now. It's really popular, and the cover's gorgeous. And I've heard like, some mixed reviews about it. Like Spencer from Common Spin said that it was slow, a slow build up, and he didn't really like that. And then it was like bam at the end, and so the author has the capability to crank out some good writing that she didn't really lead up to it. I also started trying Kindle Unlimited for a free month, and I don't exactly know how that works, so I don't know if like I try the free month and then I unsubscribe from that if I get to keep the 10 books that I'm able to read. I doubt it, but just in case, I got The Girl Who Dared to Think by Bella Forrest. I think it's like tan and brown and stuff. This is the same author as The Ginger Game, and it's really feminist, strong female protagonist, sci-fi dystopian, so really excited for that. So that's it for today. Down below is the links to my website, Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, Tumblr, Spotify. So if you want more content like this, subscribe to my channel. If you like the books that I included today, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to listen to the playlist that I create for different books I'm writing, you can follow them on Spotify and follow me on the other social media to see updates on what I'm doing. So yeah, that's all for today. Bye.